I thought we were holding it.
Me being muted. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Alone Together Pittsburgh. I am your host, Patrick Jordan. We are here. This is episode, I believe, 114, going into weeks. I don't know what week it is, but it's been a lot of weeks. If you've seen the show before, you know what we're about. We started the show right when the shelter-in-place order came down. The next day, we were live, and we've been doing it ever since. We wanted a sense of keeping a sense of community going on for our area. So we've had everybody on this show that we could think of, from artists to business owners to doctors, accountants, and everything in between. We even had a couple of movie stars, but we started the show and we were thinking of the worst, but we didn't think we were going to be going this long. We thought it was going to be 8 to 10 weeks, and it's been 40 some weeks that we've been doing this. We were really nervous when we were getting 100 cases a day, 150 cases a day. Well, congrats, Pittsburgh. Allegheny County, we had 620 new cases today. So nationally, it was the worst day as far as deaths go. There was over 1,700 deaths nationally, and we broke that's 250,000 souls that have been lost since this whole thing started. Locally, we are at 620, and since the last time you saw us on Friday night, so the last 5 days, we've had 2,300 plus cases. So all I can say is we're doing it wrong. And if you think you're immune, you're not. And wear a mask. I mean, I don't know if you're trying to be tough, or if you're just lazy, or if you're just that self-involved that you can't just put a mask on when you go out. I mean, that's half the battle right there. We could curb this stuff, especially locally. Put on a mask. Bruce Springsteen would agree with me.
Put on a fucking mask.
I'm here. I have to be here to do that.
Oh wow, that's amazing!
Mask.
I didn't realize, but I'm glad. I'm glad that you're here with me. So yeah, so I'm a little shook by those numbers, especially that the weather's getting colder now, and the holidays are coming. Next week is Thanksgiving. So I'm curious if you're watching right now. Just put this out to you guys if you want to make a comment in the comment section here. Are you going on with Thanksgiving as usual, or are you going to take some precautions, and what are they? That's pretty much going to be the running theme throughout the show tonight. We have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight, by the way. Natalie Bencivenga, I know you're thinking it's Friday, but it's not, okay? Because Friday, we are doing a special takeover for the 20th anniversary of the band Amoeba Knievel. So we're doing a takeover for that on Friday night. So it's going to be the whole show. It's going to be interviews with different band members and everything that's come across Amoeba Knievel on their 20th anniversary. That tonight is actually the 20th anniversary of the first show that band played. So and you're going to see a little bit of Tommy Amoeba at the end of tonight's show as a little taste, little I don't want to say sorbet, a little appetizer, little aperitif. To get you ready for Friday. So do that. So Natalie's going to be on tonight talking about what Natalie does and what Natalie's doing right now. And then her 5 minutes with is going to be aired tomorrow. So on Thursday's show, you're going to have that. And you're also going to have Dave Bracey and more guests tomorrow. So be ready for that. But later on tonight, we're also going to have Erin Hart talking farm to table. So like we have on every Wednesday. So we got a lot going on here, but a couple of pieces of housekeeping to do here. Check this Venmo. This is our Venmo for the show at TogetherPGH. If you would consider kicking in a couple of bucks, the money goes directly to the artists involved with the show on each night. So we would greatly appreciate it. We know that a lot of people are asking for money right now, and you just went through a phase of a lot of people asking for money. So get that going. Wait, Mandy just says here, we had an outdoor pre-Thanksgiving last weekend when it was warm. This year, we're doing Gobbleritos and a Zoom call with the fam. No inside in-person gatherings this holiday season. That's smart. That's smart. Donna says that Thanksgiving is canceled altogether at her place. If you're canceling, are you still going to get a turkey? You're still going to do it at the house? Are you going to get a Gobblerito from Mad Mex? Are you going to, I mean, just throwing it out there. So that's it. So keep that going. I forgot where I was, but that's the Venmo. Kick in on that. And then there's another thing that we do here, and we are getting down to it. Okay, so if anything was going to turn my mood around and get me a little bit on the excited tip and not just kind of terrified and morbid and going back to that place that I was week 4 of this thing, the Jag-Off poll, the Engine House 25 Winery Jag-Off poll. The end is in sight. Okay, folks, we are there. After the reading tonight, we are down to like 6 people total, maybe 4 or 5 things total. Okay, the Jag-Off poll, we need to update this. We are there, folks. The winner of tonight goes to the final 4. Then there is one more poll tonight, and then that showdown will become the final 4. So it is on here like a Donkey Kong. Okay, so the winner of tonight's, okay, will be going up against none other than the cookie table next week to get to the finals. That's all there is, folks. We're there. So, Dave, before I start talking about Engine House 25 Winery, tell them about it. Let's roll. What happened with the big overnight?
I liked sorbet. I think that saying Amoeba would be like a delicious rock sorbet aperitif. I want to give you props for that, Patrick. That was hot. Overnight striking distance versus TESSARO'S burger. Another heartbreaking showdown between 2 beloved Pittsburgh institutions. And let's find out what the results were. I'm gonna find out as you find out. This is news to me too. Here we go. Final is. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Striking distance has defeated TESSARO'S hamburger. It doesn't even make any sense. I don't know what to say. Striking distance has gone the distance. It's going to go the distance. You might see a striking distance versus Kurt Angle. Where does that make sense? None of this makes sense. Forget it. Don't try. way to go, Pittsburgh. You chose. I don't know if it's wisely, but, it's a done deal. So button it up, baby. Burger's done.
They must have taken Bigelow. I tell you what, who's the best cop now, Johnny? Okay, Johnny's the best cop. I can't believe that Striking Distance has made it this far. But here's something funny. Had nothing to do with our poll, but there's that site, The Odd and Fascinating History of Pittsburgh, that they post up on Twitter, and fantastic stuff on Twitter and on Facebook a lot. They showed yesterday. They posted yesterday the car chase, in its entirety, the car chase, the big one from Striking Distance, and I went, oh man, that might actually push people to remember Striking Distance and vote for it. There are some hardcore Striking Distance fans out there, folks. So I love the movie. I mean, we've talked about it on the show. Striking Distance has beat some really stiff competition to get where it's going here. We're going to do a retrospective next week before the finals that happen. That'll be while you're digesting your gobblerito. Whatever. Dave, Pete, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Wait, before we do this, hold on. I want to talk about this, but we should talk about the overnight poll from Engine House 25. I totally said that because we get people voting right now. Engine House 25 Winery is our sponsor for tonight for the Jagoff poll, the Big Jagoff and the Little Jagoff poll. If you go to eh25.com, you can see the fantastic selection of wines that they have there. So get on that. And if you tell them that you found out about them from Alone Together Pittsburgh, you'll get $5 off per bottle. They've got a ton of reds. They've got everything from, they've got grapes from Chile. They've got grapes from everywhere. Europe, Napa, Chile, everywhere you can imagine. Get on it. They've got reds. They've got whites.
Side. They've got grapes from the south side.
There is no such. That's not true. That's not true at all.
The slopes.
But
they get them from the slopes.
you should go to eh25.com. Tell them we sent you. They're also doing some free delivery in the area. So Tara, yes, it's time to watch Striking Distance. So Dave, tell them what the in-show poll is.
You ready for this?
Born ready.
Gotta set the mood,
ready
right? Gotta
for
set
this?
the mood. I'm not ready. You kidding? Ladies and gentlemen, there's bigger stuff going on in the world. This might be a small thing. It's like inside of a model village in the movie Beetlejuice. You gotta go deep down into the model within it's like a picture within a picture within a picture of a picture in a virtual world in Minecraft. This is your Jagoff tonight. It is none other than two very exciting things. We have cider donuts versus apple cider. That's right, cider donuts. It's the new hot thing. You can get it at the farmer's market. You go on Tuesday. You go to Arsenal Park, get some cider donuts that are fresh, or apple cider. I don't know. Woo! This is some light fare tonight, baby. Apple cider versus cider donuts, and the world falls down.
I feel like
Apple cider donuts are the new thing, apparently. They just started making them.
Move over Cronuts.
For Dave's Farmer's Market. These haven't been around forever. But good places to get apple cider and apple cider donuts. That's right, farmers markets and farms, which is going to tie into us a little bit later on. So, guys, what are you guys going to do for Thanksgiving?
I mean, it's tempting to try to go see my extended family and gloat for the fact that Trump lost, but I think I'm going to try to stay safe and do nothing. Yourself?
Eileen and I are going to stay here at the house with Pepper, and we're gonna make a little dinner here, just the three of us. Dave?
Got the Zoom thing going on with the fam. Gonna do a Zoom fam, and then really all the preparation is like, who do you like? Where's the super hookup order? Like, where do we order from that has like do you get a gobblerito? I know like Tina's over here at Tina's bar. They're doing like bottles of wine and sides. So we figure we'll treat ourselves. We'll stay home, but we'll treat ourselves and make it real special. That's what we're gonna do. Gotta find out where to treat ourselves from. That's the trick. Maybe some of those in the know, like Erin Hart or Chef K, can help us out with that one.
You should get one of those Stouffer's TV dinners. Heat it up, set up the TV tray.
It won't be the first time, buddy.
It's not gonna happen, Pete.
But I tell you, the news coming down today. The county health director basically issued a stay-at-home advisory to everyone in the county. I believe that, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think the county is going to act a lot more swiftly than the state, is the way things have kind of been going here. Nationally, it's kind of like, hey, up to you. Fuck it, we don't have a plan. So yeah, so basically the
No plan.
county health director said today, basically if COVID rates continue to go up, she said that the public health orders are going to start coming. So it's basically, it just seemed like she was kind of sick and tired of telling people to try to flatten this thing. So we should keep on social distancing. If you're going to go places, man, really think twice about going places. And if you're going, wear a mask and make sure it's at least 2-ply. Make it a 3-ply mask. I mean, make it count.
I mean,
Thanksgiving
just a mask.
pizza.
Just wearing a mask would be good enough.
Yeah, but they're saying those, like, basically doctors are like freaking out. Like those gaiters don't help. They make things worse. They're not thick enough. They don't really stop anything. Like the neck gaiters that are any thin flat fabric. The fact that the numbers are spiking like this. I mean, what's that? The Dakotas are the epicenter of the planet right now. Not long after Sturgis. But it's a crazy thing there. What do we have here? Okay,
Sprezzatura in Millvale.
Sprezzatura in Millvale selling some nice Thanksgiving sides. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Send us any thoughts that you guys have. Put them in here in the comments, or email us, or shoot us a tweet, and or post on our Facebook page. We will promote the hell out of anyone doing anything Thanksgiving food on the go wise here. Pete, is that a ghost behind you?
Yes,
Or is that really a person?
No, it's a ghost. It's just I'm just haunted.
Because your things freeze, your screen's freezing. It just looked like they were just staring over your shoulder.
I have too many windows open, so it freezes. Yeah. So yeah, but they're just creeping on me. They got the dogs and matching outfits, and
That's amazing.
yeah.
Hey,
Usually I'm up here by myself. For some reason, it's a party in here today. So
This is the show. This is our show now. This is what we do. It's like watching an aquarium.
This is must-see TV, folks. Well, anyway, that said, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Salim's in the Strip has some delightful-looking options too. There's lots of good places doing lots of good to go. So keep tuning in for the whole show tonight. Erin Hart will help us out, and then tomorrow, Chef Kate herself will be taking us down that Thanksgiving glory. So anyway, I think without further ado, I mean, I know it's Wednesday and it's odd, but I think we should get to Natalie Bencivenga tonight here, and just for Natalie, let's see how many minutes we have with her. It doesn't matter. We can just talk tonight.
It's all good. What's up?
How's it going seeing you on a Wednesday? It's weird.
I know. I was like all kinds of confused all day because I'm like, it's Friday. I have so much to do. And I'm like, no, it's Wednesday. You're just doing the show early. So here we are.
Well, here we are.
But I'm happy to see you any day.
Well, thank you. So what's going on?
Not much. I actually got my hair done today because I have this feeling that I'm not probably going to be getting my hair done for a while.
Yeah.
It's just like everything all of a sudden seems to be going in the wrong direction, as you said. And
Quickly.
yes, and my sister-in-law texted me yesterday. She was at the Harmerville Target, and the entire paper aisle, there wasn't one item, nothing left. And I'm like, are we doing this again? Like, is this happening again? And then I started thinking, we're really good at being reactive. We're not so good at being proactive. You know what I mean?
But are we good at being reactive? Okay, great.
We're being reactive right now. Yeah.
Let's clean off the shelves of paper towels and do the milk and paper towel thing and toilet paper thing. Okay, cool. But
not in any way helpful.
if not helpful, plus the fact that these places, there's still enough for everybody.
I know.
People are
ridiculous.
hoarding. I mean, I'm seeing people tweeting like somebody had 7 things of toilet paper. They're just clearing out shop.
But see, I think this is like part of what's going on with us on a collective level. There's this real sense of every man for himself, and we're not coming together, and we're not, basically standing up for the other. We're just saying, this is about me, and I'm going to just do me. And so here we are. This is where it leads you when people like you go to Walmart in Belle Vernon, like Mandy's saying, and there's not even one roll of toilet paper. I mean, it's madness. It's madness.
I'm
beyond frustrated. I really am.
And the thing is, I remember the first time we were going through this, everybody was like, "Stop hoarding."
I know.
Like, there's literally enough for everybody.
I know.
But
it's wild to me. And so, yeah, we've decided we're canceling Thanksgiving. I mean, we're not my Italian family. This will be like the first year we're not going to, get together. It's kind of killing me inside, but better that than put somebody in harm's way,
It's killing me. It's the you don't know thing. And yes,
exactly.
Yes, more people make it through this than die from it. Mm-hmm. But you really want to F with those odds? That's like I'm playing Russian roulette. There's 12 bullets in there. Mm-hmm. There's 12 holes and only one bullet in this gun versus 6. I mean, it's just I don't understand.
Well,
my analogy fell short.
No. It's good. But what I don't understand too is just like this attitude, this cavalier attitude when it's the third leading cause of death right now in the United States. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, we've lost 250,000 people in 8 or 9 months. I mean, I don't even understand how we're not, banging down the doors of Washington saying, shut us down, provide mortgage and rent relief, provide a stimulus. You know what I mean?
Because people aren't supposed to go out, Natalie.
Oh my God.
They can't go bang down the doors because they're not supposed to go out.
They'll bang down their doors when they want their haircut, though.
Well, we thought that you got your hair done because of this whole 40Under40 thing.
Oh, well, great segue.
See that?
You're so good.
Let's get a little bit more of the positivity that's been happening.
That's a good plan. That's a good plan. Yeah, no, well, that is a side bonus that I also got my hair done for tomorrow for my Zoom celebration because obviously nobody's going anywhere, so they moved the whole thing online, but I think it's going to be fun nevertheless to have an excuse to put on at least a top. I'll probably still be in sweatpants from the waist down.
That would be hysterical. You should have the husband take a picture of you like looking like totally glam fabulous from like the ribs up.
Well, I hosted with Dave Bracey a couple weeks ago. We did the Yin Citizen, and I show up on set like full on glam. He comes in and he's got his blazer on. He looks great. And then he's like, yeah, I just wore sweatpants though, because we're only filming from like here up. And I just laughed because I'm like, this is the new thing. Like even in public, you're like, whatever, we're only going to shoot from here up anyway.
But
I loved it. I loved it.
He planned ahead.
He did. So it's going to be a nice event. And they had a little virtual cocktail party the other night, and they put for 40Under40, and they put us in these sort of breakout rooms through Zoom, which I've never done before.
Oh yeah.
And it felt like speed dating because you had 5 minutes to talk to 5 other people on the screen, and then it would tell you like 30 seconds remain, and then someone would be in the middle of a sentence, and it would just go. It was kind of fun. Yeah.
Was that just to like get to know the other 40Under40 people?
I think so, because normally they do like an actual like private celebration. Yeah. So instead they gave us boxes and they gave us our awards in them and, little trinkets and tchotchkes and stuff like that. It was really sweet.
Yeah. We've had, I've had to do a bunch of those like giant group Zooms.
Yeah. Oh,
and the breakout sessions are always just like, literally it takes you back to like junior high.
No, I know.
Like it was just weird because people start screwing around right away and start like, they don't tell jokes when there's the whole 45 or 50 people.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's like that. And then they're like, time's up. We've done nothing. We did not achieve anything with this breakout. And the breakout session was to save art in Pittsburgh during COVID.
Right.
And basically it was just like one long joke.
It's like, it's fine. I mean, whatever. So yeah, I'm just embracing like the weirdness of this year in all of its forms, because some of it is interesting. And I think sometimes we forget that we're sort of living through history right now. And so to be part of like a 40Under40 class in general is such an honor, but then to be a part of it in this year is just really interesting.
Anything in this year is just insane. I mean, like, I talk about this on account. What we're just on our day to day is not normal.
It's not. No, and that's the other thing I'm trying to understand more is just like we shouldn't be expected to be as productive in this moment, and yet I feel like people are still acting like nothing's going on. And
Well, I feel like
it's weird.
I feel like it's something in between on that. I feel like people are realizing that something is going on, and they're like, if they still have a job or they still work, they feel like they need to work 10 times as hard to keep it and keep like whatever industry alive. So it's hard. And then some people are just like, screw it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done here. But like but the majority of people that I know, everybody's hustling their asses off.
Oh yeah. I mean,
like doing more work.
Yeah. Which I think is really just a sickness that we all have beyond COVID. It's like, I don't know.
Smartphones are part of it, man.
Like, I know.
If you think about it, like people would work a 9 to 5 or maybe even like a little bit later. But then when you got everything in your hand, I get work emails like 11 o'clock at night wanting an answer like that.
Oh,
you didn't respond. I'm like you're texting me at 11 o'clock?
Yeah, I've been really trying to work on my boundaries since I quit the Post-Gazette in April, and just saying like at this point in my day, like I'm done. Like I'm just done. Like That's you good. Don't need anything from me at 8 o'clock at night. Like you just, it can wait till 8 in the morning. Like it's just, I don't know. I'm in that spot mentally right now.
That's a great spot to be in. I literally cannot be in that spot. I cannot turn it off. It's weird. Plus I don't have, I've got like, I get small windows to be, what's the word? I get small windows to get to accomplish things.
No, I get it.
Outside of these four walls, kind of.
No, I get it. When I was doing the theme column for 6 years, I felt like I was really just working 24 hours a day, every day. So
speaking of columns, advice columns.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I had a really couple of interesting questions lately with my Ask Natalie advice column, because obviously Thanksgiving's coming up. Obviously, people don't know what the hell they're supposed to do, because there seems to be two schools of thoughts here. It's either you cancel the holiday and be responsible, or you just like pretend that nothing's happening and you just go on like you normally would every other year. And so I got this really interesting question from somebody who said that her husband, he's a very much like a holiday person. He loves the holidays. He loves decorating and the music and all of it. And so he wants to have a big Thanksgiving celebration with like 25 family members. And of course, his wife, who I'm assuming it's his wife, but she was the one that wrote to me and was basically like, this is irresponsible. We both have elderly parents over 80. Like, I don't want to do this. What do I do? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I can't believe we're here that somebody with elderly parents and has in-laws that are elderly would even be considering bringing 25 people into their home. When you said like the numbers are higher than ever, it's spiraling all over the country. I was just sort of shocked that this is where we're even at, And so I told her to put her foot down. I said, this is your home too. And you need to lay down the law, so to speak, and just say, this is not the year and this is not happening. But I don't know what she'll end up doing. And I got a related question too.
That's got to be as an advice columnist.
Yeah.
And it's just, as for any journalist who's just basically reporting truth right now, like, it's just, how do you say, like, somebody asked this question, like why are you asking this question? You know the answer.
Well, it's almost like, I think sometimes when people write to me, it's more just like they need
reassurance.
Yeah, they need validation. They just need somebody else to basically be like, am I crazy? Because I think right now a lot of people collectively are feeling like they're being gaslit 24 hours a day. So I was talking to my brother about this, and he's been so responsible about COVID and so by the book. And he's like, I turn on the news or I turn on this and that. And he's like, and I feel like, am I crazy? Am I crazy for taking this so seriously? And I think that's where we've put people psychologically, because there is so much irresponsible behavior and people act like you're nuts for wearing a mask around your parents. Like,
I think that every day. Now, my parents fortunately have been cool. They wear masks around my kid. They have no one's been in my house outside of like the three since March. You know what I mean? And so everything's outdoors. So that's cool. But I worry about everybody, man.
I do too.
I mean, it's the current mask order is leave the house, wear a mask. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You know what I mean? Just put the mask on.
But see, I've been doing that anyway.
So
that's why I'm confused. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Like now we're telling? Like I've been doing that since March. Like if I leave the house, I put a mask on. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So I don't know. I'm just perplexed. So for this week's 5 Minutes with, since we're going to be showing it tomorrow, I thought it would be good to kind of get us out of our heads a little bit and ground us back in the work of community and remind people to look outside themselves if they're looking to find connection. And so I'm doing something with the founder of Gift PGH, which focuses on supporting seniors that are isolated. And especially right now with COVID, the level of isolation that people are feeling has been just so multiplied. So I'm going to give a lot of hopefully good examples during tomorrow's interview on ways in which people can connect intergenerationally too, and support each other right before the holiday.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. I'm
That's
excited.
good. And you said there was an accompanying question with the
so that question went live today on U Express, and then people email me once they see a question. They'll sometimes email something related, but this question came from somebody close that texted me, and she said, I just read your question and now I'm having a similar issue, but I haven't answered this one yet. So this is a little like insider scoop here, but I'm curious what you think, because she has an issue with her boyfriend's ex-wife. They have her boyfriend and the ex-wife have children together. The ex-wife is not taking COVID seriously. She's planning a big Thanksgiving celebration, and then will be sending the children from that home to then spend the weekend with their dad and my friend.
Oh, it's so hard.
So what do you do? Do you tell the ex-wife the kids can't come to your place for Thanksgiving? Do you rock the boat? Do you tell the kids you can't come over because now you got to quarantine for 2 weeks? Are they going to do that if they're not even? So what do you do? And I think if we're being honest, I think a lot of people are having very complicated family dynamics now.
Everybody is. And I think just you bringing this up right now is good. I think people talking to each other to let them know they're not alone.
Yeah.
And this is a good thing, because these are things that they're not talking about this stuff they're talking about death in bigger than the Civil War numbers right now.
Oh my God,
so
I know.
like that's it. But like the fallout, the ripple effect of this stuff that's happening with families, I mean, I feel it in mine.
Oh,
and what do you do? But that is a tricky situation.
I know.
You know what I mean? There's already the tension between divorced parents,
right?
And then
and then you've got these kids, and it's like it's not their fault. Like they're not in control of who they live. You know what I mean? They're small.
It's like Sophie's Choice with Russian roulette.
Exactly.
It's like the Deer Hunter meets Sophie's Choice.
And I think this
I
really.
haven't seen the Deer Hunter. They do a Russian roulette scene.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, it's a really good movie.
It's the best. Yeah.
But I think it just brings us back to the point that leadership matters. What people say matters. What people do matters more. And so I think why I think a lot of us are feeling frustrated, and what you guys were saying earlier in the hour, is that because there's this disconnect between the federal, the state, the county, all these different operatives, nobody really knows what they're supposed to do. Everyone's afraid to shut down because there isn't any federal support. So it's a cluster. And so my heart just goes out to anybody and everybody right now, because I don't think there are easy answers to any of this. Truly, I don't.
If there was a national plan that everybody was on board for, that's how this thing has to start, because otherwise it's the peeing in a public swimming pool analogy. You can't have a peeing section in the left corner of the public swimming pool. It's going to go everywhere, right?
No, it's true.
It's like it's going to spread. So if you can't just have it in this county, not in this county, because people have cars. Right now, they said that there's really no way to enforce this. They're not going to put like Gestapo road checkpoints.
Right.
But it's like you have to have if you're going to come in from out of state to Pennsylvania, you have to have a negative test within 72 hours taken or a 2 weeks of quarantine. If they tell you 2 weeks of quarantine in Canada and you break that,
Oh, I know.
$750,000.
You get an actual fine. Like it's a real
More
thing.
money than you have. Fine.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
No, it's true. And it's like, to me, everything here, I feel like when power changes hands come January, we're almost going to have to, like, in a weird way, try to reset the clock and be like, okay, we're going to try this year again, and these are the things we're going to do this time around. Because I don't know what else we can do.
You can't. I mean, I don't care how hard you try. You're not going to put that toothpaste back in the tube.
No.
The genie's out of the bottle. I'm going to throw every analogy known to man I can here. You know what I mean?
And they're all wonderful.
And they're all fantastic, but it's just it's done. I mean, like, it's not done, but like there's got to be a way. Hopefully there's something that can happen. Obviously, the current administration, considering they all have COVID, literally, you know, the Senate floor, people are arguing about wearing a mask, and then they get it the next day. You know what I mean? It's like then they were positive while they were without a mask on, arguing about wearing masks. It's just insane. We can go on this. This is you know what? You can watch a panel on any news network right now. Right. We've got Natalie Bencivenga here right now.
It's true. It's true. Okay, and one more thing that I'm going to be doing this weekend that I'm kind of excited about. I am the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, as we all know, has been inching towards a strike. And so they're having a car caravan, sort of some kind of a protest this weekend. And I'm going to be one of the speakers. So I'm really looking forward to that.
You're going to be like in a car or standing out of the sunroof or something?
So I wish it was that dramatic, because that would be amazing. But Zoom, no, I'm probably just going to be getting out of my car. I'll be the only one. Everybody will stay in their cars. And then I'll be talking about unfair labor practices and, you know, collective voice and why we need to support and protect journalists. So it's going to be pretty interesting.
Okay. So real quick, how's that going to work? You're going to get everybody's in their car.
Yeah.
And you're out of your car. Do they have a PA system? Is it like a shortwave radio, like at a drive-in?
I'm assuming that there's going to be like a setup, like, because it's going to be 3 different spots that people are going to be driving to. So I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of a setup for it.
Is it a secret location that you don't want to talk about
now?
now?
No, I'm actually just not sure of where it is, but I know one of the spots is downtown. I think it starts at Freedom Corner.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's kind of gonna do I think like sort of a triangular loop. But I'm you know, I'm honored to be a part of it, just because I think in the midst of everything else, you know, newspapers are hurting and news sources are being, you know, shut down. And as we all know, that's a pillar of our democracy, is a free press. And so sometimes I think we use the word freedom sort of very flippantly, but a free press is really instrumental in having a democracy. So I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm just, you know, I'm hopeful that it'll drum up some more energy for the people at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, because I know they're having a really hard time right now too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, Natalie. Thank you so much. We are looking forward to 5 Minutes With tomorrow. Yes. Before we let you go, apple cider versus apple cider donuts.
Oh yeah, I'm a donut person.
Sounds good.
I love any kind of donut. So an apple cider donut, I'm like, yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds good. A fresh one.
Yeah.
Right out of the, it's the best. Yeah. All right, so you guys get to voting at home right now. Thank you, Natalie, and tune in tomorrow night, and you will see the aforementioned 5 Minutes with Natalie Bencivenga. Also, if you got any questions you want to ask Natalie advice@gmail.com. She is a nationally syndicated advice columnist. Thanks, Natalie. We'll see you tomorrow, but we'll see you in person next week.
Sounds good.
Good luck with everything.
Bye.
Thank you. All right, folks, we're rolling around. Don't forget to tune in next week for that. Before we jump to our next guest, I do want to shout out a local fundraiser that's happening right now. Fat Man D sent this over to us earlier. Pastor Derek Tynes has a ministry at Living Waters Kingdom's Gate and Clareton Wilkinsburg. He's fantastic. They are planning on, he and his congregation are planning on putting a Thanksgiving dinner together for hungry people in need. The meals will be set up as takeout because of the pandemic, and they're looking to raise around $1,000 to buy the food that they're going to cook and package up and give out to people who are less fortunate than ourselves. So if you could, would want to kick in and donate, there's a GoFundMe page and a GoFundMe link right here on the thing there. Dave, what's the link for that? I think it's GoFundMe help.
Yeah, we blasted that one out.
Great.
The link is in the comments.
Okay, great. That's it. That's it right there. So believe me, this money will go to one of the best causes there is, especially with the pandemic right now. They've got to take those extra steps to get that, to prepare that food and get it going. And Reverend Derek is amazing, as is Fat Man D. So cool. So stick around for that. Now, to get things moving, we're talking turkey here. We're talking lots of other stuff. What better time to bring in Farm to Table Pittsburgh, farmtotablepa.com's own Erin Hart. We're keeping it real. We're keeping it fresh. We're keeping it local. Erin, hey, you're there.
Hey, Patrick.
How are you?
I'm good.
Well, the lighting setup in your place is so much brighter this week than last week. Yeah, you look fantastic. It's like you're camera ready. I think you need like a wind machine and have like your hair blowing or something. You look like a model here. That's a studio set.
I did take a shower this morning. So.
That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah, and I washed my hair. So.
Wow, that makes it bright. That brings up the balance like you wouldn't believe. So,
Exactly.
So it's been a crazy week, and we're talking. So, just before we get into things, we have apple cider versus apple cider donuts. We're just wondering where you fall in that.
Well, I'm gluten-free, so unless the donuts were gluten-free, I would just go with the apple cider.
But they do sell those apple cider donuts.
You mean just in general?
At several farm stands and whatever.
Yeah. See, if I eat a donut, I have like a glucose rush, so I would just have an apple cider, probably.
Well,
I mean,
if I have apple cider, I have a sugar rush.
I know, but the donuts would be even more, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We didn't specify whether the cider is alcoholic or not, did we?
If it was alcoholic, I would definitely take the cider.
That's a no-brainer, Dave. I mean, just
saying.
All right. So, Thanksgiving's right around the corner.
Yeah.
You're having lots of other stuff. The harvest tasting is in full effect. Talk to us. What's happening?
So next week we're having a virtual harvest tasting next Wednesday night. Well, it's actually going to be from 4 to 6. So usually you're like anticipating people coming in from out of town, but this year you're going to be lonely. So you're going to tune in on next Wednesday at 4. And Elias Corey, who is a local musician, he will be playing live. We're going to do a Zoom. And then we also have people that have been getting VIP boxes. You might know something about that.
I'm excited to talk about that.
I know. So those boxes, basically each one of those boxes, there's about 20 products that we're doing a pop-up shop, and people can order from our shop, and we're organizing all the orders from the farms. And you can either go into a brewery to pick it up, or a distillery. Maggie's Farm Rum is also doing a drop-off, or my house is one of the drop-offs.
Nice.
Pickup sites. And then, or we'll have someone deliver it to you. But basically it's like a list of like basically 20 things, like eggs, maple syrup, honey, flour, salsa. I mean, all the things that I constantly talk about. That's the picture.
All amazing. I'm going to hopefully tomorrow I will have photos that might rival your photos, because I'm doing a full photo shoot and video shoot with the entire family.
That's awesome.
It's all planned.
I'm gonna do that too with my kids. I'm so self-conscious. It's very hard for me to be like even on camera or like take pictures of myself. So, but my daughters, I try to like try not to show that in front of them, because I don't want them to learn my like ways of the 70s and 80s. We were women different back then. We were like, and it looks great. That's not, what kind of ketchup is that? That's the only problem. The potatoes look good, but
It's the herbs de Provence from the basket.
Oh, nice.
On the
From
potatoes.
Quiet Creek. So, okay, I don't know about your ketchup, but the herbs are from a farm in Jefferson County, a Creek Herb Farm. They come to Farm to Table every year. They're a nonprofit. They teach people how to grow food. They make soaps. They sell their own essential oils. They sell shiitake mushroom logs. So usually they would come to all of our events. They have kimchi that they make, sauerkraut. They're amazing.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so
the variety of things that you have there, and I mean, some of them I was surprised they're locally sourced, but I mean,
I know.
it's really amazing. I cannot oversell this to everybody that they need to get in on this, and I guarantee you, your food's going to look better than Dave's potatoes and that catsup that he's using.
Yeah, the non-Heinz ketchup.
We're throwing shade on my potatoes.
It's
You
not
throw
so much
shade
on
on that
potatoes.
ketchup.
Potatoes are great, but I mean, if you're going to eat ketchup in Pittsburgh, I mean,
what is that even?
it's not even, just put it in the garbage.
It's the organic stuff. I just couldn't get the Heinz.
Heinz makes organic, you know.
I
that,
know.
right?
I know. I usually have it. I know.
Just don't
I
use
know.
ketchup. It's like having like diet caffeine-free pop.
I'm not proud. I'm not proud.
Dave
I'm proud of the
Dave
potatoes.
actually pours diet caffeine-free pop on his potatoes
Oh,
because it's pretty much the same.
well, that's what that ketchup looks like.
But for whatever reason, they didn't use a can. It was like a cardboard container that brought that in. Anyway, back to the good stuff.
Okay, there it is. So yeah, I mean, the olive oil obviously isn't local, but it's imported by local businesses. So some of it is coming from California, some of it's coming from Greece, and the coffee is fair trade coffee. So it's which is it's about like the farmers getting the money and not coming through like all of these people in the middle.
What I love about it too, if you haven't gotten into this and you haven't gone into the farm shopping, you don't shop at the co-op. This is like a one-stop shop of like basically you can taste everything in one shop. They've done it for you.
Exactly. So this is what usually this is usually like my dining room table. This is my dining room table, but this is usually my dining room table like after a farm to table event. But I would have bought like 4 jars of pickles and 3 jars of jam and 2 things of ghee. Like, so
gotta have that ghee.
I mean, yeah, and so for these products were already in my cupboards and fridge. Like, so for me to be able to this year it just made it so different, having like forcing us to like we can't do it in person, so we need to show people exactly what it is. It was a challenge. But I think it's also, it connects people more because you don't have to come to our event. You can just order from home and come and pick it up or, tune in if you want to, or you don't have to get tickets to the event in order to buy from the shop. Make sure you get whatever it is that you want here. I mean, and this is like the tip of the iceberg, which is kind of neat though, because hopefully it'll introduce you to something like Cherry Valley Organics. That's where the soap came from.
Oh yeah,
like the only non-food item in that we're
because I ate that. I wasn't sure what was going on. It had a minty
like a
taste.
weird cheese.
It was like it was a weird cheese, but I felt like I'm hip.
Yeah,
I can be down. It was hard to spread it, but the breadwork spread was
usually you have to lather it.
Yeah, that's
usually
what it was.
Lather
It was bubbly cheese.
But just looking at that picture, like all of the counties that are represented, the maple syrup is from Somerset. The honey's from Ligonier, which is Westmoreland. Simply Ghee is from Lancaster County. Conover's Washington. So Weatherberry, the flour is from Washington County. So just like that bag of flour that's there, that farm sells oatmeal, cornmeal, beans, all kinds of any kind of flour that you can imagine. So you really can like eat local all year round. So none of this stuff, because it's November 18th. So, you think about local farms and you think like, oh, tomatoes and cucumbers. Well, I can't buy local because we're in Pittsburgh. Well, and in fact, I mean, dairy, the cheese, like that's a symbol of like a huge industry in Pennsylvania that orange, cranberry, apple, fromage blanc. Emerald Valley Farms is a business in Washington County. They have a storefront in Washington, PA, but they also have a dairy farm in Scenery Hill. I mean, Elisa is a 4th generation dairy farmer. And it's just, I mean, it's so impactful for these businesses for you to buy directly from them. So it's not just about meals, it's also about like decor and gifts as well. So
That's
you could buy,
That's awesome.
Or someone,
So
can't spend Thanksgiving with.
Yeah, everybody get on that. Speaking of Thanksgiving, I know we talked about this a little last week. What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
We are going to go to my sister's house and stay outside.
Oh, okay.
So she has
space heaters.
She has an outdoor, like a covered porch.
Oh, nice.
We'll just kind of like people in Minnesota and Canada hang out outside when it's like 10 below. They go ice fishing. So like we'll just wear warm clothes and kind of like that's how I'm approaching like the winter of 2020.
This discontent of their discontent.
I will not. I mean, I love my kids and my husband, but I can't just be inside all the time with them. I have to be outside. I've spent more time outside this year than I have.
No, the outside's a great thing. I mean, it's the best place to be when you're dodging the COVID.
Really,
like out in the elements. Like they're telling people they're telling people open windows if you're having Thanksgiving at your house, like just to get some fresh air.
Don't go inside. Yeah.
Yeah, but like just
don't go inside with your relatives.
Yeah, don't do that. But I just said, do you have any space heaters or anything outside?
There's a fire pit. No, but
we have no heating source, just a 25-foot fire pit and a bread oven, stone bread oven, fire pit. That's it.
We're not that.
I'm just saying, like, no, there's no, we don't have heat out there. There's a fire pit, and we're gonna do a giant bonfire, but no heat. We're ice fishing.
I mean, let's think about tomorrow's going to be 65 degrees.
It's supposed to be in the 50s on Thanksgiving too, so it's not going to be like snowing.
I've been trying to get out. I definitely get depression. This year has been really hard.
I imagine
the winter's usually hard for me. I'm usually working so much and traveling so much. So I'm actually kind of dealing with things better just by forcing myself to go out on walks and being outside every day. Awesome. So yeah,
I think Dave Mansueto, are you still taking a walk every day? Dave, are you still here? Are you like eating some of those potatoes?
I'm a walking fool. I walk crazy town and also farmers markets. They're the most social action.
That's actually true. Like he's not just saying that because you're on the thing.
I put my money where my mouth is. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, and just because it's getting cold, look at this.
Awesome.
Look at this. Boom.
I love that.
It's magical. It's like a village. It's like being in Zelda and you're going to a cool village.
And people and crossing guards are walking by with hoods on.
Yeah, everybody's
Where is
cool.
that?
That's Arsenal Park. That's the Lawrenceville Farmers Market. You can get some cider donuts there, but yeah. Proper spacing. Everybody's
I saw the camouflage.
Up.
I saw the camouflage pants, so I know that's Pittsburgh.
What is that? That's not an everywhere thing. They wear camouflage only in Pittsburgh. They make camouflage masks now. Everybody's getting in on the camo.
I know.
Chip.
Yeah, that's great. I love these I love this video. It's awesome.
Dave takes it seriously. Who do you think takes more?
I'm bored. I'm so bored.
Bored in the house.
I'll do anything. I'll just hang around. Give me something. Give me something to do.
Harvest Valley Farms. So that truck right there, Valley Farms. That's Art King. Family, Kathy and Art King, and their son David. They actually have a store on Route 8. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, Erin. Okay, so you're doing that, doing the turkey thing. All right, we're excited. All right.
Pepper.
Pepper's gonna be going up to bed. I'll be up to bed later. She just. Right. This is the time. Like they snuck by. Eileen sneaks her in quietly past to get her ready, and then when she comes out, it's just like, hey. I mean, it's great that it's you, but sometimes I'll be talking somebody really serious, an intense conversation or the thing, and all of a sudden I'll be like, hey, I used the potty. no, I didn't, and then like leave and then run away. So it's anyway, the joys of doing all this stuff from home. Well, anyway,
Totally.
Erin, thanks so much.
Great seeing you guys.
Great seeing you too. Maybe we'll see you next week. You might not be able to come on because you might be busy from the tasting that's happening before our show, Wednesday
I won't
show.
be. It'll be over at 6.
It'll be over at 6. Were you going to come on? Are you going to come
sure.
on? Oh, fantastic! You can tell us how it went.
Yeah, totally.
All right, great. And you're going to be.
I just sent you guys links to it too, so you can.
Okay, awesome. That'll be on the thing there. Thank you so much, Erin. Everybody, get in on this. I can't stress this enough. Get one of these tasting boxes. Get the box. Get in on this, Erin Hart, and go to farmtotablepa.com and check out what's going on. Thank you, Erin.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Sure thing. Dress warm on next Thursday. farmtotablepa.com. Check it out. Okay, so before we get to our last little surprise taste guest, I think we should call this apple cider versus apple cider donuts, which is definitely our most creative of the little jag-off polls. Dave, how's it going? How'd it end? That was Erin. Anyway, so while Dave's pulling that up, just want to remind everybody to tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We've got an action-packed Dale Khalil's going to be here. She's going to talking about Khalil's restaurant on Baum Boulevard and her book, From Veils to Thongs. We've also got Kate Romaine is going to be here. It's going to be off the hook. We're talking Thanksgiving stuff. We're talking what takeout she's had in the meantime. We're also going to have Dave Bracey talking about some local brews and local beers and local whatever. Last week he was on tequila. I don't know how he got it, but we're hoping he woke up since then. And then who else is on tomorrow night, Dave? We got a fourth guest, don't we?
Hey, baby.
Hey, what's going on with this poll?
I don't know. Look at Facebook. I don't know how Facebook works. Look at this crap. You know what I mean? It's an insult. No, I got word from the booth that the virtual booth that none of us are, which is Underwear Town. I got a notice from Underwear Town that apple cider destroyed. Is this true? Apple cider destroyed the donuts. Just ripped it apart. Nobody wanted anything to do with these donuts. I think people are crazy.
You know, the apple cider donuts are the hot ticket item at Sorgel's.
That's what I thought.
It's like the hottest. They fly off the shelf. So maybe our audience was too lazy. They got there late in the afternoon and all the donuts were gone.
Pete's got rip-off apple cider donuts. He was showing us earlier. He's got the rip-off kind. Where'd you get those donuts? I don't trust them.
Aldi.
Exactly.
Good talk, Pete. Aldi. He's not the best color man in the business for nothing. So anyway, so that's it. We're winding tonight down. We've got one more. We got a musical guest to do this. But before we bring him out, maybe we should say what the overnight jag-off is going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to be on the screen when I'm screaming at you. I don't want you looking at my face.
Stop.
I don't want you looking at my face. But this one's gonna hurt. This one strikes at the heart of everything we do here at Pittsburgh. This is something that has been a long time coming, and everybody's excited to see where we're gonna go with this one.
Well, there's dozens. I'd rather not say exactly.
Men who haven't seen daylight in 3 months.
Police officers who haven't seen daylight in 3 months.
Dial it back, officer. The situation is unprecedented. Let's move away from this location and then call it in.
Right, let's go.
Then we'll take it from here. You stay and look after these folks.
That's right, Special Agent number 3. Is it number 3, Patrick? Special or number 2?
I'm not talking. I believe it was number 2.
All right, whatever. You're shy. That's all right. Bat Pat versus Kurt Angle. This could either be like over in the first 15 seconds, or we're going all however many rounds boxing goes. You know what I mean? Whatever that is. So Kurt Angle versus Patrick Jordan as Special Agent number 16 in The Dark Knight Rises. That's right. Kurt Angle, the monster, he eats people like us for breakfast as though they were apple cider donuts. He pounds them along with a shake of protein powder. We got Kurt Angle versus Captain Dangle. There you go, Lieutenant Dangle. There we go. Pat, that's you can thank Pete for that one. It's time to vote, Pittsburgh. TogetherPGH.com/vote. Patrick wants to be defeated. That's what I think. He's got an itching to be torn apart. He's got a sick. It's like Hellraiser. He's like, rip me apart. I want to be one of those disgusting creatures. Take off my head and feed it to Kurt Angle so I can feel and relish in the pain and the discomfort of my head being eaten by Kurt Angle, like King Hippo as he chows down on a big dinosaur egg. Patrick, what do you got to say for yourself?
King Hippo is a good reference, buddy. I was like, I didn't want to stop you when she went down that road.
I was hoping you were going to stop me.
But... I'm ready to stop you. I need this to end, folks. Not that I need any help losing this to Kurt Angle, one of the best vote getters in the history of the Jagoff poll, but this joke has gone on far enough. Here's my PSA, and here's Pete. There's my Pete essay. Vote Kurt Angle. The winner of this round goes on against Michael Keaton, and the winner of that goes to the championship round. That's where we are right now. So the fact that this Patrick Jordan in Batman, this Bat Pat, has beat Jonas Salk is a joke, but this whole thing must end. So I would vote for the only gold medalist in this lineup. But you guys get to make the choice. You get to vote. You get to make this happen.
That's right. It's not up to you, Patrick.
It's not up to me, but you get to strip all legitimacy away from this poll if you vote for me. Don't vote for me. Vote for Special Forces number 2 from The Dark Knight Rises, because that's basically what you're voting for here. It's not me. It's not me. Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken neck before he got into the WWEF, whatever. So, okay, so there's that there, like that. Get your vote on right there. The winner of that makes it to the Final Four. So right now we have striking distance versus the cookie table. The winner of that goes into the championship game, and Michael Keaton is just licking his chops, waiting to see who's going to win this one and who's gonna go to town to get to that big showdown there. We hate having people against people, but that's what's going to happen when Kurt Angle beats me and Batman. So, all right, that's aside. I think Pete, I think it's time we bring out our for a little musical taste, a little to wet your beak a little bit, because we've got 20 years of cartoon rock and roll. Depravity. It's happening this Friday. Amoeba Knievel's 20-year reunion. We're going to have people from all eras of this band since 2000. But because tonight is officially the 20 years since the first thing, we're going to have the man himself, Tommy Amoeba, send us home with a number. Dave, is Tommy ready? Oh, Tommy is ready. Happy anniversary, Tommy.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
we don't want to talk. And honored.
We don't want to. We're honored to have it here, and we're honored. We don't want to take up too much. We don't want to give too much to the people when they're going to tune in on Friday and get it all.
Yeah.
The heap and helping. So I was thinking maybe you'd give us a little number here.
Okay. Well, this is a song I traditionally start my sets off with a cappella. It's my theme song. It's the Ballad of Tommy Amoeba, and it goes like this. And these are my backup singers for the Ballad of Tommy Amoeba. It goes like this. He was formed in primordial ooze when chemicals merged and something grew. He split in 2 and then in 4. So now today there's a whole lot more. Viva Amoeba, the lowest form of life. Tommy Amoeba, he'll make it all right. Others evolved to higher forms. The dodo bird and the dinosaur, the human being. And cockapoo, Tommy remains to himself true. Viva Amoeba, the lowest form of life. Tommy Amoeba, he'll make it all right. Viva Amoeba, Viva Amoeba, Tommy Amoeba. And the spiders from Mars.
Oh, go. The glasses came out at the perfect time at the end. All right. So you can see Tommy's going to do some music. He's going to sing some, you're going to see some live music. You're going to see the bands. You're going to find out the history. You're going to hear some great stories from great shows and then some. So there's going to be video clips from previous shows. And you might even get to hear a little bit of music tomorrow. We might even play us in and out with it.
Oh, wow.
So Tommy, are you ready for Friday?
Hell no.
All right, fantastic. Wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't be Alone Together Pittsburgh without it.
Why should I change my MO at this point?
Pete, did you have anything you wanted to talk to Tommy about?
Oh, sorry, no, I'm having something going on behind the scenes.
Okay, sorry. So they're working out. I thought when I saw Pete come in, I thought he had wanted to ask you something. Dave.
Yeah, 20 years ago today, Tommy Amoeba showed Pittsburgh how to play at the Bloomfield Bridge Tavern. I was there, motherfucker! Friday! Don't miss it.
And you would join my band not 6 months after that.
That's right.
I saw you in that band several times, Dave. So we'll be talking about all of that and then some, get the behind the scenes stuff. We're going to play a little bit of music and all that stuff. Tommy Amoeba, get ready for Friday, buddy. You got to be stretched out.
If you have any clips from back then, Dave, that would be great because we had a big hard drive crash in the yachts. So kind of scant on the ancient history part of it.
We'll talk more on Friday. But what was that Wawa Christmas song with the Wawa pedal?
Oh wow, I haven't done that in ages.
Dude, that was my favorite.
Wawa pedal for Christmas. Wawa. I actually wrote a second verse for that.
Dude, I would love to hear it. Like at some point in time, that'd be awesome. I love that song.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, cool guys. All right. So Tommy, go ahead.
Nothing. You were saying cool as my glasses say cool.
Oh, that's how it works. And I love your glasses, and they have hearts. All right, so we're wrapping up tonight's show. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. We've got an action-packed show for you then. And then Friday is the Tommy Amoeba Knievel 20-year retrospective takeover party. So tune in, 8 o'clock. It'll only be an hour, but, man, we're going to pack a lot into that hour.
Yep.
So thank you all for watching.
We'll be twiddling our thumbs by halfway through, though. So.
Well, you think that's going to happen, but it always ends up going long on this show. Meantime, everybody at home, please remember, wear your masks. It's not political. It's not you're not being a tough guy or girl or thing or whatever. You put your mask on, go about your day, give people space, and keep it over your nose. Please remember this. I know people have said it before. Put your mask over your nose, okay? Keep it there. Don't pull your nose out because that's how this thing comes and goes too. So cover your nose. Pete calls them penises.
Don't be a dick nose.
Don't be a dick nose. Cover that thing. I don't know how to. We'll figure out a way to rhyme that at the end.
HR Puffin stuff says wear a mask.
There you go. If HR Puffin stuff says so, we got to roll. But you know who's more important to me than HR Puffin stuff? Sally Wiggin.
When I walk out and there's someone without a mask and they come too close to me, I'm just racked with fear, and then I want to punch them in the face.
And that was when the numbers were under 100 in Allegheny County, not 620. Right now, Sally's probably walking around like in a tank top loaded for bear like Schwarzenegger in Commando with camo ink on her, ready to just throw down, just like boom, boom, boom. I'm just saying, Wear your mask. Don't piss off Sally Wiggin. You don't want to mess with that. Anyway, thank you all very much. Please stay safe. Take care of each other. And our Venmo's at Together PGH. We're Alone Together Pittsburgh. We'll see you soon. Thanks for everything, guys. Yeah.